Hello, all my social distancing Bitterroots out there. I am stuck inside due to my autoimmune disease. So I had this order come in, so let's do a review of Zoya's spring 2020 collection called Calm. And isn't this just a beautiful calming palette? Zoya in the color Colleen. And this is described as a delicate pink cream with a warm undertone. And this is definitely a warm baby pink. I have some other pinks in my collection, but they're very cool toned. This is a warmer one. That if you're not familiar with Zoya's formula, you cannot do thick coats. They just do not dry down. You have to do thin coats and then wait and then do another thin coat. I typically only have to do two thin coats, but just an FYI, you'll be sitting there and then next thing you know, you just barely touch your nail and your fingerprints are left in the nail polish. So you can't do thick coats with Zoya polishes at all. So let's just start with the whole swatching with Colleen. I love the formula because it looks very juicy on the nails when you get it all built up. But because of this thickness of this polish, it just doesn't want to dry like a typical nail polish would, because I think they're 10 or 12 free now. That's the trick with the Zoya polishes. You just have to keep it super thin. Do not do thick coats, otherwise it will never dry. Of Zoya in the color Colleen. Now this definitely went on more like a peach. It's very peachy on my, so it definitely warmed up even more than what's in the bottle. As you can see, the color is, I don't know, this camera isn't picking up this color. Like the bottle looks more cool toned than what's on my nails. So I'm going to let this dry on my nails just for a little bit longer, and then we'll come back for a final look. Okay, so here we are with two thin coats of Zoya in the color Colleen. It's a really pretty shade. It definitely does not match the bottle, but it's a pretty shade no matter what. So, and it makes me look really tan. Do you notice how tan I look with this? I did get a little bit of sun when I was on my cruise, but yeah, no, that makes me look super tan. I dig that a lot. Okay, the next one we're gonna do is this beautiful Periwinkle Blue. It's a sky blue with a little tinge of purple in it. This is in the color Emerson. Can you even read that? I can't. Emerson. And it is described as a modern baby blue cream, just because it is very finicky. And this one just needs more altogether. All right, let's do a second coat. So when you do the second coat, you do a very dry brush and you barely, and I mean you barely touch the nail. Now this one, nail to the bottle, looks pretty spot on. The camera may show a little bit of difference, but it's very, very close. On the nail, it's just a smidgen brighter than what's in the bottle, and that could be just the glass distorting the color. But there we go with Zoya in the color Emerson. This next color from the spring collection is in the color Leaf, L-E-I-F, as in the name. And this is described as a gentle and harmonious light sage green cream. Intensity 5 again, so it's the highest opaqueness, and it is a warm toned green. The The picture on the website almost looks like it's gray. I do not know what's up with the website and why it's showing gray, but here we go with our 2 thin coats. And here we are with 2 coats with Zoya in leaf. Super pretty color. Again, perfect for spring. And again, another one that makes me look super tan. Woohoo! I like these. So the next one is in this collection is called V, which is a beautiful warm purple with a touch of gray in it. This is described as a muted French lilac cream. This one's way different in feel. This one's a 1 coater. Look at that. Wow. This one has the best formula of them all. Because the other ones, you have to be extremely careful when you're putting it on. You have to do really thin coats. And I'm doing thin coats. And even with my thin coats, it's covering the nail and is fully opaque. Look at that. Wow, look at how opaque that is. Non-streaky. The formula is just thin. It's a little bit thinner than these other 3. These other 3 all had the same consistency. They were all very thick. You had to do thin coats to make sure that they dried, but this was a little bit thinner and it just glided on. It was nice. Wow. Okay, I'll let this dry and we'll put a second coat just for, just so that everything has an equal chance at life. But this one so far is Frontrunner, and the color is pretty fantastic too. Look at that color. And it is such a pretty spring purple shade. This one is definitely my favorite of the 3 just because of the formula is so much better. I don't know why the formula of this purple is different than these 3, but all these 3 had the exact same formula, very thick formula. So yeah, no, this one's great. I love this one a lot. It's so pretty. Look at that. Okay, sorry for the noise. I have a microwave going. The next one on the list is this nude polish. This is in the color Laura. Did I even mention that? Laura. And this is described as a soft pink toned ivory cream. Intensity 5, and it's a warm toned. This one's back to the thicker formula. Alright, so here we go with Zoya in the color Laura. This coloring on my little viewfinder is not coming up true to color, so I'm going to have to play with the color a bit to try to get it, but it's definitely more pink. So yeah, let's dig into the next one. Alright, so here we come to the very last color, definitely not least. This is in the color AJ. And this is kind of settled, so you can tell that there was some pooling with some color. It is best described as a subtle, sparkling blush with a gorgeous copper micro shimmer. And the finish is a shimmer. Intensity is a 4 out of 5. And it's warm toned and it's absolutely stunning. And as you could tell, it all settled from mailing. So we have extra like copper done there, but then it mailed like this. So that must have been the air bubble. So sparkling blush with a gorgeous copper. This would be a really pretty blush color. You know what it reminds me of? Is Milani and Luminoso. That's the color that this is reminding me of. Milani and Luminoso. Remember when Luminoso was all the rage thanks to Kathleen Lights? Now very few people talk about Milani and Luminoso. But yeah, this definitely reminds me of that. This is really pretty. I got too much on my brush. This definitely has a different formula. This one has more of the formula like the purple one. So it's all going on the same. It's going on very evenly. No streaking. So I feel that you can do thicker coats with this one and have it dry. It'll dry even faster if you just do your two thin coats. But yeah, this has the exact same formula as this purple one. All the others have that thicker formula. This one is a good cleansing palette color. This will be perfect for the work. When work is back in session, that is. I have a little extra, so I'm going to bring it over here. I kind of went a little ham with that. With that color. But yeah, this is so pretty. I'm loving this. I really love this color. This looks perfect on my skin tone. And the color on the camera just looks more yellow. It's pink in person. It definitely matches my skin tone perfectly. So there we go with all 6 polishes. Other way, Zelma. So here we go with those. And then if you want to see like this pink one in with these 2 nudes, you can definitely clearly see that it's more pink. This one's looking more yellow in the camera, but it's a bit more pink. All 3 of these have a pink undertone, just a different amounts of pink to them. So let's do roundup for my favorite to least favorite. My favorite is definitely Zoya in V. I really loved the formula on this. It was fantastic. Love that. Next one would be Zoya in the color Emerson. This Periwinkle baby blue, so beautiful. And then I'd have to say the Zoya in AJ. I love that. There's my top 3. Okay, so now my bottom 3. I don't know. Like all of these are all very equal in my book. I don't know. I think I may like the green a bit more than the pinks. So there's my lineup. For my, here's the top 3. These 2 have the best formula of the bunch. But for color, formula, everything, this is my lineup. This is my favorites in order from here to the end. I still really love this one though. It was a big toss-up because these 3 are very equal. So I have my top 4. Let's just do 1, 2, 3, and then these are tied for 4th place. They're all very equal in my book. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little review, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!